Hello, sir. It's
Hello.
pleasure meeting you. And I've been following you from Garjamai days. And I think you are the first pan-India star, I believe. And now we have seen many people who are pan-India, but what is the code that you used at the time so that, just like, at the time so that you became such household name at the time? Because at the time, to be frank, the South Indians, there was not much opportunities. So what did you do differently so that you became household name?
So before me, Kamal sir has also been a pan-Indian actor. I think Chiranjeevi sir also has done Hindi films and been successful at it. I think the advantage I had at that time is I knew to speak Hindi with the right accent because I was born and brought up there. So the acceptance was much faster. Also because I had done Hindi series that gave me a jumping board out of which I could get into their attention. Thankfully, and God's grace, I also did films that became iconic, from Rang De Basanti to Three Idiots. So they, even though when they accepted the film, they also accepted the actor. I was not particular about only playing the main hero. My selection of subjects, or whether I did Breathe or Decoupled, all that became a part of my acceptance as a pan-India actor. But more than that, today's world is kudos to the Telugu actors who have done it. Allu Arjun, Prabhas, my friend Rana Daggubati, every one of them, Mahesh Babu sir, every one of them are actually becoming exemplaries, and people around India are looking up to them with big fan following in the north. And that their achievement, I think, is much bigger than mine, because they didn't do it in the native language, they did it in their language and still became superheroes for India. So they have much bigger an achievement than mine. But thank you very much for this. I'm really happy. I hope you join us for tea.
Hi.
And yes, sorry.
Just one last
one? Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to say that you're as good as an orator as you are an actor. It's always a pleasure to hear you speak.
Thank you.
So my question to you is, does genius always come with a price? Do you believe that? And another one is that because you've directed this film, you've explored a storyteller side to you. Of course, actors are also storytellers, but as a director, you see the bigger picture. So do you want to explore that side more, or do you look forward to directing more films?
Well, first of all, thank you for your compliments. It's very touching. Secondly, yeah, there's a price to pay if you're a genius or there's a genius in your family. And I think the price paid for having a genius in your family is far more than being a genius. Because I think when you're a genius, you share the same qualities of a insane person. You don't really care what the rest of the world thinks. And so you're not burdened by it as much as a person or the people living with and around you. The ability to write a story or tell a story, I mean, I'm ashamed to say I haven't taken any classes on writing or filmography or direction or acting. It's been very instinctive. But I realized that, my background is such that if the kind of subjects that I select, be it Three Idiots or Breathe or even Decoupled, they require a kind of, looking ahead of the curve sort of writing, which I'm not able to come across very easily. So I end up being a screenplay writer of my own products and my stories to tell. But I think in the years to come, I mean, I don't know why only America should make movies on, consumer, like science fiction that becomes rage around the world. We have all that. You have our ancient sciences, our ancient mythologies, as well as our modern technology, where we're both experts. And the culmination of that should give us enough and more stories to write. And I hope that writers look in that direction and give us actors the luxury not to having to indulge in our amateur way into writing and rely on their ability to research and tell a story so that we can just completely act and enjoy the process of acting.
Would you like to direct more films?
I'm not qualified to, honestly. This was, like I said, an insane project, and we just knew what story we had to tell as a team. But honestly, I'm afraid that I will be found out. I'm afraid that everybody will realize what a horrible director I am. So I'm going to stick to acting for the years to come.
Is Rocketry is put a full stop for the injustice happened to the Nambi sir?
Sir, at least the question that Nambi sir is asking, I keep saying doctor, but that is because, Nambi Narayan sir has got COVID. And I've been speaking to the doctor the whole day. So I'm saying doctor. Nambi Narayan is not the right word. He's Nambi Narayan sir. So Nambi sir has asked a question. He says, if I am innocent, then somebody is guilty. We have still not found out who's guilty and punished them. So unless we find the person who's guilty and the reason he was jailed, there cannot be an outcome there cannot be a full stop, no? That's all.
So what were, sir, here, sir, here.
Yeah.
What were the kind of emotions you've been through in this entire journey of Rocketry? And what are the changes you observed inside you as an artist and as a human being?
The first thing that hit me was anger when I heard Nambi sir's answers. The second thing was disbelief. And the third thing that hit me the most was, how can we be as a country like this? How can we not know about our patriots? So that was the one feeling, overwhelming feeling. It used to wake me up at night. My wife used to say, "You're sleeping more with Nambi sir than with me. Every night you're getting and talking about him." But that became a dream. It became a kind of a maniacal mission for us. And so I just did not know how to convert that except to tell the story. The emotions that I've been through is everything from ecstasy to agony. This film was not easy to make. The challenges were not easy. But I had a whole unit that was full of madmen, mad people. They did not look at challenges as challenges. Everything they said, we will go. They will stand in front of a huge wave and say, we will still cross it. And thankfully, we crossed it, and now we are here for the release.
Hi, sir. Kalyan from India Glitz.
Hi.
I'm a huge fan of your work, firstly.
Thank you, brother.
Lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
And it's a very common question I wanted to ask you. Like, you have worked...
We can turn the lights dim so I can see them.
Yeah, no, okay. You have worked on Naminarayan sir's biopic, actually. So if somebody has to work on your biopic in the near future, who would it be? Or only you would be acting in that?
You're very kind, brother, and thank you for the backhanded compliment. But let's see at the end of my life if if it's worthy of being made into a biopic. But if it is, then I hope somebody who knows me and what I stand for makes it. I really don't have anybody in mind right now, honestly.
All the very best for this, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
How much facts in its and fiction in the movie?
So, very good question. How much facts and fiction? So, Dr. Nambinarayan, again I'm saying Dr. Nambinarayan sir's life is the most cinematic story I have ever heard in my life. It is fully James Bond. Unbelievable amount of James Bond. I'm telling you, things what he has done in Russia and France, and how many scientists do you know who have done these kind of things? Secondly, accused of having an affair with a Maldivian woman, getting to jail, almost killed. I don't need to add any more masala in this film. In fact, I have taken out facts to make it believable. There are so many facts that if I had kept in the film, it's impossible to believe that one man has gone through all this and not committed suicide. It's like that. So, the only liberty I have taken is crunched time and mixed 2-3 characters into one to tell an incident. But apart from that, all the incidences are the same.
Hello, sir. Here. Ikkada. Left.
Oh, hello, sir. Hi.
ఈ డైరెక్షన్ చేయడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటి సార్? వేరే చేయకనా మీరు చేయాలనుకున్నారా?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Why doing direction?
Why? So, I didn't want to, brother. Whenever as an actor somebody said that a man is directing, writing, doing the screenplay and the script of a film, I used to laugh out really loud because I know that film is a flop. There is no way that anybody can do all those 4 departments. But I didn't have a choice. I couldn't find a writer who understood how a liquid fuel engine will work. I have an engineering background. I have studied, all my life I've been a fan of engineering as well as the aerospace and what they achieve. And so I know a little bit about the engine. Dr. Nambi sir always kept testing me also about whether I have the ability to write about his engine and make a movie. So writing I had to do. Acting I wanted to do because, every actor dreams of doing a film like Nayakan or, where you're growing from a young person to an old person. So I thought this will be my opportunity. I did not realize how difficult it is going to be. The third thing is, no one want to produce this film because they said, who's the heroine, how many songs, how many fights? There is none of that. But I knew it is a hardcore commercial masala film, but I couldn't convince them. So I decided not to be answerable to anybody, and I put my own money in it with my 2 funders and co-producers, who are Dr. Varghese Mullen as well as Vijay Mullen, my friends, and 27th Entertainment. They were big fans of Nambi sir as well. So we ended up making the film, and we had the trust and faith not to release it on OTT during COVID because we wanted to make sure the story was told on the screen. I did not want to direct it. Somebody else was supposed to direct it. But 25 days before the movie was to start, our film had gotten delayed because of casting, because all the actors spoke Tamil, Hindi and English. So while casting them, for one film casting itself, it takes so long for them to speak like a ISRO scientist. But we had to find everybody who spoke all three languages. So it got delayed, and our director's schedule got clashed, and we couldn't accommodate. So the choice was drop the film, or I should direct it. Nambi sir believed that I could direct it, so he said that, you know the engine, you know me, you have worked with big directors, so you do it. And the other funder said, we have no problem, we are very happy for you to direct it. So I said, okay, but on the first day, I'm telling you, I was so frightened, I was in tatters. It was like I was standing in front of the huge army that Arjuna was standing in front of. I don't know where to start, what to do. I've never directed an iPhone film in my life. You know, I don't know what it means to go to an editing room or a music session. But one friend called me and said, Madhavan, you're there on the set. There's no point in feeling frightened. You just take that one shot. No, first shot, just take that first shot. Then you see what happens. So I knew everybody was watching me, so I took that first shot. And then I had the courage to take my second shot, and like that, the film got done.